may have heard it said that apologetics is all about showing the plausibility of the Christian faith, and certainly that is a huge part of it, whereas evangelism is about securing a commitment to the Christian faith. Or maybe you've heard people say, well, apologetics is conversational, whereas evangelism is invitational. And yet when we see the way that the apostles did apologetics, we realize that actually this line between apologetics and evangelism was frequently blurred, that they understood the task of apologetics as leading to evangelism. It's about removing the debris or the obstacles along the way so that people have a path cleared for the coming of Jesus Christ. You know, this weekend we're going to be immersed in so much rich and insightful apologetics training, and I'm so excited to hear from the amazing lineup of speakers who are coming. And yet my question for all of us is this: what are we going to do with all this training? Because of course, learning about God and loving him with our minds is always a beautiful act of worship, and that's what this weekend is. This is an act of worship. But it would be such a shame if what happens at the conference stays at the conference. How are we going to take this teaching out into the world? Now, I'll admit that at the beginning of 2018, this year, I found myself feeling really weary. And so I took a day out to reflect and to pray about why I was just feeling a little bit discouraged. And as I did so, I realized it was because I sort of felt like I got into a rut where I was spending so much of my time doing apologetics on the back foot. I felt like I was forever defending, but never advancing. And so as I came into this year, I began just to pray this prayer every morning: Lord, I don't want to spend all my time putting out fires. I want to start them. You know, I don't want to spend my days as a Christian just kind of running around doing PR damage control. I want to introduce people to Jesus Christ and watch as their lives are lit up by the fire of love for God. And, you know, Paul told those Athenians, he said to them that God is not far from every one of them. Maybe there are even some of you here tonight that God is not far from, and perhaps he's reaching out. But I think the question for all of us here is this: do we really believe that? Do we really believe that God is not far from everyone? Because I think if we did, that would completely change the way that we approached our conversations. And if that is something that you believe or you'd like to believe, I'd like to pray, Lord, help my unbelief. Then I invite you to join me this weekend in making that commitment to become one of those who doesn't just spend their time putting out fires, but who is really excited to start them. Amen? Amen.